to Toledo's longest running 9 a.m. show, Good Day.
Yeah, you know how much we love helping families here on Good Day, and sometimes one member of the family might be slightly forgotten, especially when folks are trying to keep food on the table for themselves.
Steve Kiessling and Remington are here from Toledo Animal Rescue with how you can help furry family members.
Good morning to you, Steve. So,
Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about Remington.
So Remy here, it's kind of a sad story, but going to be a happy ending. He was dumped over our fence.
Oh.
So staff came in the morning and he was in our side yard. He only weighed 20 pounds. Now, in perspective, he weighs about 35 now, so he was skin and bones. Our vet believes he probably had rickets, so his arms and elbows and everything were, I guess they don't have arms, but his paws and everything were kind of out of alignment. He couldn't sit correctly. He was, like I said, skin and bones, but he has been the sweetest dog since the second he got in. And we're very fortunate that we have him as opposed to the abuse he was receiving out in the community. And he's the greatest dog there is. And I say that about all dogs, but
is so
he
cute.
is he's been a hit. He's been a hit in the newsroom.
Love that. Love that.
It seems to be a problem, you know, here in the community with people just giving up their dogs, or, you know, I've heard a lot about, you know, I can't take my dog out during the day, but if you take them to a shelter or something, they're going to be in the cage most of the day till someone opens up their heart.
That is absolutely true. You know, we do our best to have enrichment and exercise for both the dogs and cats, but there's only so many of us and there's so many animals that even if we get them out a couple times a day, run them around, play ball with them, teach them some tricks, they still are in a kennel a lot of the time. So it's definitely better for them to be in the home, and that's kind of why we started our food pantry, because we saw a need in the community that people needed food. They need food for themselves, they need food for their animals, and we'd rather be able to keep the animal in the home than give them to us or another of the shelters, because we're all completely overwhelmed almost all the time.
Yeah, so Steve, what does it mean to you to be able to help in a holistic way with the family plus the furry friend as well?
It's extremely important. When you go to a regular food pantry, there's very few opportunities for pet food. I've seen where people will go get 3 cans of stew. They'll take 1 for themselves, 1 for their kids, 1 for their dog. And so it's just because you might be down on your luck and you might not have money at the time to support yourself, you shouldn't have to relinquish your furry family member, because they're important, especially in times of trouble. You know, we all rely on our pets. We go home and they're unconditional. They don't care if you had a bad day or if you're not working or whatever happens. And so we want to be able to keep them in the homes.
Yeah, I have friends and they say all the time that their pets help so much just with their anxiety. So these animals are so much more than just a pet.
Yeah, that's proven. When you cuddle an animal, it releases positive hormones in our own brains.
Pet therapy is real. We do a program called PAWS, Pet Away Worry and Stress, where we go into the community. We might go to UT or Owens Community College, assisted living programs, preschools, but pet therapy is real. It definitely has a positive effect on your mental health and your stress.
Yeah, love that. So how can people assist you guys right now?
Yeah, right now we actually aren't able to help people through our food pantry because we're empty. We've been getting far more requests for help than we've been able to resupply. We don't necessarily have a budget to just buy food for the food pantry. So anybody who might want to support us, any dry cat food, any dry dog food, any canned wet food for cats and dogs is greatly appreciated, and it goes right back into the community, and it does help keep people's animals in their home. Just this summer, we've probably helped, and I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but more than 150 people this summer, probably more than 400 animals. So those are 400 animals that potentially would have to be relinquished, or worse, when there's no space, people just open their doors and they let them out because they can't keep them.
So how do people, you guys are currently closed so that you can restock.
Correct.
How can people donate and help you guys out with this?
They can go to our website, and we have some wish lists. They can just honestly go to Amazon or Chewy and order something. You don't even have to go to the store. They can call us if they want to drop food off. We take open bags of food as well. We may not necessarily give those to our patrons of the pet food pantry, but I have other people who do use the open food, so none of it goes to waste, none of it gets put in the trash.
Good, good. Love that. So, Remington.
Yes.
Is Remington ready?
He's not ready yet, so we need him to put on a little bit more weight, and he still needs to get fixed. He still needs to get fixed. I know I said the bad word. Before he is ready to go home, but we have had people who are interested in him, and anybody who meets him has fallen in love with him because he is absolutely a dream to be around.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, and you guys are full, like you said, right?
We are full. We have cats in bathrooms.
Wow.
We have a full room of dogs. So we're doing our best.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're getting far more requests for relinquishing animals than we are getting adoptions right now. And it's kind of cyclical throughout the year. We're still doing very well. We've adopted out more animals than we did this time last year. So we are continuing to grow. We're continuing to help people. We're continuing to, bring awesome dogs like this into families, and it's a good thing.
And where can people find you guys?
ToledoAnimalRescue.org.
Okay.
All right, thanks so much,
Thank
Steve.
you, guys.
Good luck to you, and of course, Remington, in finding a perfect home. He's so sweet.
Put on some weight, buddy, so you can get a home.
Good
Yep,
day.
you heard
We'll be
that.
back right after this.